Number 1, facilitate. Don't dictate. Facilitation simply means making a process or an action easier. That's what you're doing all day as a Scrum Master. All your interactions with a team, with stakeholders, sponsors, management. Facilitation. You're not here to tell people what to do. You're here to empower the team, make them find their own solutions. And you do that by asking questions, powerful questions, understanding their problems, their concerns, and guiding them, facilitating the process so that they can find their own solutions. Number 2, master the daily Scrum. The daily Scrum is an extremely important event that happens every day for a Scrum team, usually first thing in the morning. Remember, the product owner and the Scrum Master are optional in this event. Your only role in this event is to ensure that the event is effective, that they meet the time box, and they are indeed running the event effectively. Now, what's the goal of this event? Some people tell you that you need to answer 3 questions. What did I do yesterday? What will I do today? Anything preventing me from doing what I'm planning to do today? Yeah, that's not the goal of a daily Scrum. The goal of a daily Scrum is to inspect progress towards the sprint goal. By the end of a daily Scrum, at least a successful daily Scrum, you should have a plan. The team needs to build a plan together on how we'll work together during the day to progress towards the sprint goal. That's a successful daily Scrum. Number 3, shield the team. During the sprint planning, the team committed to do a certain amount of work and also achieve a sprint goal during the sprint. It's extremely important that they focus on achieving the sprint goal, and they need your help as a Scrum Master to shield the team. There will be distractions, tons of meetings, distractions from stakeholders, sponsors, management. You're here to reduce these distractions, help them focus on working on their priorities of a sprint, which is meeting the sprint goal. Number 4, work towards becoming replaceable. Everything that I just mentioned in this video and that I will mention in this video is applicable to a Scrum Master, but also the Scrum team. At some point, you'll need to leave the Scrum team. You have other things to do, support other teams or the rest of the organization. You can't work with a Scrum team forever. But in order to do that, in order to be able to leave the Scrum team, you need to do more coaching, teaching. Instead of telling them what to do or facilitating events, coach them on how to do these things, so that when you leave the team, they will be able to play the role of a Scrum Master. Anyone in the team or multiple people in the team will be able to play the role of a Scrum Master. As an example, we just talked about shielding the team. They should be able to shield the team themselves. So coach them how to do that. Obviously, you can do that. You can help in shielding the team, but also coach them at the same time. How can they shield themselves? Number 6, focus on psychological safety. Being able to talk safely in the team with your colleagues, with stakeholders, sponsors, management, extremely important. You can't really improve, challenge the status quo, innovate, be creative if you're living in fear. If when speaking up, you will be punished, shame, or have bad things happen to you. People can't live like that. People can't be effective, or a team can't be a high-performing team in this kind of environment. So as a Scrum Master, your focus should be psychological safety. Don't assume that people are safe. Send a survey. Test it out. Number 7, the daily Scrum is not the only time the team should talk during the day. As a Scrum Master, ensure that the team is talking every single day, throughout the day, not only in the daily Scrum. A clear sign of that is your daily Scrum taking more than 15 minutes. It's taking more than 15 minutes because we need to deep dive on issues or go into solutioning. That's not normal. Why aren't we doing that during the day? The daily Scrum is for planning. So if people are taking more time during your daily Scrum, it might be a sign that they're not talking enough during the day. Number 8, prioritize backlog refinement, or ensure that the team prioritizes backlog refinement. We shouldn't be picking up work that is not ready, meeting the definition of ready during the sprint. And to meet this definition of ready, backlog refinement needs to be prioritized. If you don't have a definition of ready, please have a workshop, quick workshop with a team. Set up a definition of ready, set up a definition of done, and then you can start prioritizing the backlog refinement and ensuring that all the stories that are picked up during the sprint are indeed meeting this definition of ready. Number 9, build trust. You can't do your role as a Scrum Master or a team coach or an Agile coach or a similar role if you don't have a trust of your team, stakeholders, managers. They need to trust your abilities that you can indeed help the team. Sometimes they will need to open up to you difficult conversations that they might not be able to share with their colleagues. We need to trust you in order to do that. Number 10, track and measure everything. Obviously, everything that you can track, please track one-to-one with your colleagues, your team members. Track it. Velocity of a team, burn down chart, burn up chart. What are the goals of a team? The sprint goal. Are we meeting the sprint goal? Are we meeting our commitments of a sprint? What's the average velocity? Our timelines, our roadmap. If you can measure something, please do. And set targets, clear targets to motivate the team. Obviously, that's not something that you need to do alone as a Scrum Master, but you can organize a workshop to facilitate this process for the team. Number 11, celebrate successes. We don't do that enough. Maybe you believe that you're celebrating small wins, but I guarantee you're not doing it enough. Small wins can be celebrated in any Scrum events, any meetings, or any interactions. You don't need to wait for a sprint retrospective or a sprint review. You can celebrate small wins in the daily Scrum, simply praising one of your colleagues that did a great job, or as a Scrum Master, giving the opportunity to others to praise their colleagues, sharing a board or finding a way so that people can easily share and give kudos to their colleagues. That's a game changer. Number 12, focus on the customer. Principle number 1 of the Agile Manifesto. The number 1 priority, our highest priority, is to satisfy the customer. Always keep that in mind. People will want to distract you. I'm telling you to focus on planning, focus on estimation, focus on delivery, output. Customer first. Always focus on the customer. People don't like focusing on the customer. So please, coach the team. Make them really understand, truly understand why we are doing what we are doing to satisfy the customer. How do we track it? How do we measure it? How do we know that the customer is satisfied? Number 13, deliver early and frequently. We don't know what the customer wants. We believe we do, but we are making assumptions. That's why in Agile, we want to release early, get feedback from customers. Analyze this feedback. Take what's important and then update the product or the feature and then release it again. And then you repeat the cycle. We don't know what the customer wants, so don't assume. Release early. Continuously get feedback, improve on this feedback. That should be the number 1 focus on the team. Releasing more often, at least once per sprint. Next, foster a blame-free culture. How are you supposed to be creative, innovate, take risk, calculated risk in order to satisfy the customer? You see an opportunity to satisfy the customer. It's a new technology, it's a new kind of feature, something new on the market. But you can't take this risk because there's a chance that you'll fail. And when you fail, you are being punished by management, by your stakeholders. This is not a healthy working environment. We shouldn't be punishing people that take calculated risk in order to satisfy the customer. So praise people that fail fast. Share your failures. Show that it's okay to fail when we are innovating, when we are being creative. Next, prioritize effectively. You can use techniques like the RICE model or Moscow to prioritize effectively. And once you have a priority in terms of the features, obviously features that will bring more value to the customer, please focus on these features. You will be distracted. Stakeholders, managers, other people outside the team, they will try to tell you to focus on other things. Now, focus on your priority. If you follow your model right, or your technique of prioritization right, why are you changing your priorities every single sprint? No, focus on what you believe will bring more value to the customer. Next is supporting the entire organization, not only the Scrum team. You can't really do a successful Agile transformation if you focus only on the Scrum team. All the organization, the complete flow, the processes, the structure, the hierarchy of organization, everything needs to change if you at least want to follow the Agile Manifesto, the principles and values. But some companies, they're not prepared to do that. But as Scrum Masters, team coaches, Agile coaches, we need to push, we need to influence, because we have an idea in mind of what success looks like, what an Agile, truly Agile organization or team looks like. We need to push towards that, bearing in mind that people don't want to change and they will resist. Next, be an Agile coach. Don't only focus on Scrum. There's so many other techniques, so many other practices, so many other frameworks. Don't only focus on the Scrum framework and being a Scrum Master. Your goal here is to help the organization, help the team, help the person become more effective. Solve problems. That's what you do. You shouldn't restrict yourself. The only way to solve problems is to use the Scrum framework. No, Be a coach. Facilitate. Help them solve their problems with any techniques, any practices, anything that's available on the market. Use it. Next, focus on the right metrics. Are we delivering value to customers frequently? Value, so we are able to measure that. We are delivering value frequently. We are able to measure that. And we are able to measure the impact, the value to customers. Is the team healthy? Do we have work-life balance? Are we continuously improving? If these three things are true, looks like a good high-performing team to me. And the last tip, join a community, an Agile community. I'm currently building one for Scrum Master, team coaches, Agile coaches, and similar roles, or any Agile practitioners, for us to work together, learn from each other, share with each other, network with each other, and really have fun with each other. Check out the first pinned comment of this video to know how to join early to this community. If you want more tips, insights on Agile, Scrum, personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.